Welcome to my podcast, Scientist Free from Religion. This podcast has as proposal, as main idea to talk about a scientific topic, but also talk about religion. Different from the common assumption in which science and religion should be separated, here on this podcast we recognize formally that science and religion are not disconnected. Sadly, religion can be a very big threat to science. So on this podcast, the proposal is to talk about it freely, so without fear, without the illusion that they are separate topics. So we are going to cover a possible topic. Most of them will be focused on the connection between religion and science, especially to defend science. That's our goal. Our goal here is to defend science from religion and to help to make science, to spread scientific thinking, especially to defend it against religion.
Does morality come from God or evolution? A critique of John Lennox. In public debates between theist apologists and atheist scientists, few figures exemplify the tension as clearly as John Lennox and Peter Atkins. Lennox, a Christian apologist and mathematician, argues that attributing morality to evolution is as vacuous as attributing it to God. He claims that both are merely labels, what he calls car non-explanations, and neither provides a fundamental account of why humans experience moral obligation. Instead, he insists, the only true explanation lies in the belief that humans are made in the image of a moral God. This argument may sound rhetorically symmetrical, but it falters under scrutiny. Evolutionary explanations of morality are not metaphysical assertions. They are empirical, causal accounts rooted in ethology, anthropology, and evolutionary psychology. Saying that cooperation, empathy, and norm enforcement arose because they conferred survival advantages is not merely labeling but describing mechanisms and testing hypotheses. These are historical processes observable in both human behavior and animal societies. Lennox appeals to figures like Einstein and Feynman, who rightly point out that science does not determine what we ought to do. But this does not rescue the theistic account. The fact that science cannot derive moral imperatives does not mean religion can. Lennox's claim that humans are morally hardwired because they are made in the image of God is itself a label, a metaphysical assumption masquerading as explanation. It tells us nothing about the biological, cognitive, or social origins of moral behavior. Here, Nietzsche becomes crucial. He saw Christian morality not as a foundation for human flourishing but as a form of life denial, a system that glorifies weakness, guilt, and submission. It inverts natural instincts and imposes values that often stifle creativity, vitality, and freedom. Evolution, by contrast, offers a picture of morality as adaptive, flexible, and historically contingent. It does not pretend to offer eternal commandments, but it does account for why our moral intuitions exist at all. One of Lennox's rhetorical tactics is to point out the shared moral core across cultures and claim this is best explained by the Imago Dei. But evolutionary theory explains this as well. We are social animals who evolved under similar selection pressures. Group survival required cooperation, punishment of cheaters, and care for offspring. From this infrastructure, diverse moral systems could emerge, shaped by culture, environment, and history. Moreover, religious moral systems have often lagged behind evolving human ethical standards. The Bible condones slavery, patriarchal dominance, and genocide, all now rejected by modern secular ethics. If divine morality were truly timeless and perfect, why has it required constant reinterpretation, and why has secular morality often led the way in recognizing human rights? Lennox's conflation of naturalistic and theistic explanations as equally hollow misses a fundamental point. Science offers a framework for inquiry, refinement, and falsifiability. Theology offers claims that are insulated from evidence. Evolution does not provide moral certainty, but it does provide understanding. Theology may offer comfort, but it cannot substitute for explanation. In the end, the real question is not whether evolution can ground morality in an ultimate sense. The question is whether belief in God actually explains moral obligation, or simply asserts it. To invoke God is to leap beyond evidence into dogma. To invoke evolution is to begin the hard, fascinating work of understanding ourselves.
Hey there, you arrived to the end of this episode. You can always check out my YouTube channel and also keep watching because there are 7 episodes. So you just if you enjoyed this one, hopefully you are going to enjoy the next one. I always like to remember that you can support my work by buying my books. Even though I still don't have a book about religion, which is the main topic of the podcast, I do have a book about artificial intelligence, and also I have a blog called Scientists Free from Religion on Medium, and there are several blog posts there, and you can enjoy it, you can read it, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can share it with your friends. So hopefully I can hear from you and hope you had an amazing time. So hope to see you in the next episode.